Have you ever wondered what makes a company's culture thrive or die? Two epidemics, end runs and unresolved complaining, can poison a workplace, but there's a simple question that can serve as an antidote. First, let's define these epidemics. An end run is a scenario where an employee sidesteps their manager to complain or seek a different resolution to a problem. If you find yourself on the receiving end of an end run, the best course of action is to listen and coach, but avoid making a decision. Instead, pose the question, are you going to tell them, or am I going to tell them? Because one of us needs to tell them. Unresolved complaining is another workplace epidemic. This happens when someone complains without seeking a solution, often involving politicking or backstabbing. To halt the spread of this negativity, ask the same question. Are you going to tell them, or am I going to tell them? Because one of us needs to tell them. As we delve deeper into understanding the end run epidemic, it's crucial to recognize its potential impact on organizations. An end run is like a silent killer, slowly and steadily eroding trust within teams. It can create a hostile environment where employees feel unheard and undervalued. Imagine you're a part of a team, working hard on a project, only to find out someone went behind your back to the higher-ups. This not only undermines your authority, but also fosters a culture of mistrust. In the next scene, we will explore how confidential complaints can add fuel to the fire of this epidemic. But remember, the antidote to these issues is open and honest communication. As we navigate through these challenging scenarios, always remember, are you going to tell them, or am I going to tell them? Because one of us needs to tell them. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into understanding the dangers of confidential complaints. Leaders can often fall into the trap of confidential complaints. While it may seem harmless, promising confidentiality can be destructive and counterproductive. Confidential complaints can undermine relationships and drive dysfunction. The solution lies in encouraging open communication and addressing issues directly and openly. Confidential complaints can wreak havoc on a healthy workplace culture. The Entrepreneurial Operating System, or EOS, emphasizes an open, honest, and vulnerable approach. Building a culture of trust and openness is essential for achieving a shared vision. Author Patrick Lencioni differentiates between big J jerks and small J jerks. Now, when I spell jerk with a small letter J, I'm referring to someone who is willing to say or do something that pushes a peer or subordinate far out of their comfort zones in order to make them or the team better. Big J jerks are consistently harsh without reason, while small J jerks push their peers out of their comfort zones for the betterment of the team. Then there are passive jerks, who withhold feedback, depriving the team of opportunities for improvement. Recognizing and rewarding active jerks for their contributions is an effective way to address this issue. In conclusion, maintaining a healthy and productive organization requires addressing issues head-on, encouraging open communication, and fostering a culture of trust and openness. By asking the right question and promoting direct communication, you can prevent the spread of negativity and ensure a thriving workplace culture. The relocating of our teams to Stewart Road promises us enhanced efficiency and a wealth of communal amenities. By employing the EOS tool, the question, we can ensure the preservation and nurturing of the unique culture we cultivate during this unification of our incredible and infinite families. If you find yourself listening to complaints, remember the question, are you going to tell them, or am I going to tell them? Because one of us needs to tell them. It's better to help the complainant understand why, for the good of the company, you cannot promise confidentiality, driving further dysfunction into the company. It's a vicious cycle. Being open and honest, working to identify, discuss, and solve our issues is the only way forward to empower our teamwork. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work.